games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome back to our QPR Career Mode. Now before we get into the actual episode, just want to explain a couple of small changes happening to this series. Now previously what we've done is play 2 games, end the episode, etc. going forward. As you guys may or may not know, I am uploading slightly less videos a week, and therefore this series would have slowed right down with 2 games played a week. So what we're going to do is we're going to play between 4 and 5 games an episode, kind of depending on A, how long it's taken me to film, B, how much sort of stuff is going on between the games, and C, just if I'm playing terrible, I might play one less game. But what we're going to do is we're going to crack through these games, really get them going. The episodes will be longer, so you're probably looking at minimum sort of 30 minutes per episode. So if that's not your kind of thing, I do apologise, but again, I just want to make sure that we are trying to get these episodes and the videos for these going out nice and quickly, nice and consistently, but also we're making enough progress week by week. So this will only be once a week now we upload the QPR Career Mode, but the episodes will be longer. But without further ado, I'm going to get everything ready. And our first game today is up against league leaders, in Tottenham Hotspurs, aka Spurs, aka sod you lot. We're going to win. All right, we're going to go at Spurs today. We're going to try and pick up 3 points. As you can see, it's a busy end to the season and then a bit of a quieter start to January, but we're getting really close to that January transfer window. So now we're going to be a little bit closer and a couple of episodes nearer to the January transfer window than we would have been. Start getting your suggestions down below in the comment section as to who you think we should pick up, if anyone. I would like to try and pick up a free agent or somebody on like a pre-contract, but again, I'm only going to pick up like one player if that's what I'm going to do. If I'm being honest with you, I think I might go for a second keeper. I think Senny might have to maybe make his way out of the club, and I'm going to pick up either somebody in the youth system to bring through or like a second keeper to sort of have there. The only other position I might maybe consider looking at potentially is kind of another CDM. I mean, Dumball is going to be on his way out. I know he hasn't obviously left, but he was meant to be leaving. But Agu's looking good. Agu's a good little player. And him, Amos and Chalobah kind of rotating in. But having that fourth option, somebody like a youth player, I was going to sort of use Ozzy as that rotation option. But actually, he's been doing really well for us at centre-back. So just going to kind of rotate and work a few things out. But otherwise, basically, we're looking at maybe one signing, but I haven't fully decided who yet. But let me know in the comment section. Regardless, let's get into today's video. Let's get ready for the game against league leaders Spurs. Okay, so up against Spurs, and it's going to be obviously 2 teams setting out in a very similar, if not the same way, but hopefully we can really upset the league leaders today and come up with 3 very important points in our push to stay in European spots. So that's what we've got to really focus on today. That is what we've got to make sure we try and do. Ramsdale, Hammerline and Webster, Dickey and Fisher in the back. Ozzy on the left, Todd on the right, Amos and Chalobah as holding CDMs, Pepe Arce at cam and Lyndon Dykes up top. Let's go for it, boys. Let's give it our all. Let's see if 3 points can be what we come away with today against the league leaders. Okay, here we are at the Kyle Prince Foundation Stadium, and it has been confirmed, by the way, that Kyle Prince has been added to FIFA 21 in career mode and in kickoff. Sadly, obviously, I started my career mode before that happened, but I have to say, a massive credit to EA. This is an incredible thing that they have added to the game. So honestly, nothing but love and honestly support for what they have done. I think it's an incredible gesture. Obviously, much love to everyone at QPR and to Mark himself as well, who I'm sure took part in making this happen. So thank you very much, EA. I really do appreciate that. But let's focus on this game today. Obviously up against Spurs, and you can see there projected goals 63. They think Harry Kane is going to score 63 goals in this calendar season. How ridiculous is that? 32 being the record. If he breaks that and gets to 63, outrageous. But we're here to try and stop that today, to try and put a little bit of a spanner in the works and see if we can A, stop Harry Kane scoring, but B, pick up 3 points. Let's go for it, boys. Chalobah going to look down here and find Ellis Todd. Going to turn inside again to Chalobah, up to Lyndon. We see the run there from Bright. Bright does get him behind. Can he get the ball into the box? He can, but it is blocked there from Serge Aurier. So we've got 5 minutes on the clock, and we're going to whip this one into the middle. Lyndon, can he climb highest? He can't quite. It is just about one ahead of him, but he's going to pick the ball up. Plays it to Bright. Can he try and get this inside? He's going to take the shot. It's another good block, though. Good defence from Spurs, but we've started on the attack well. We're starting to look good. This is good stuff for us. Oh, it's a good ball over the top here. Chiesa turns inside. Webster's going to have to get there. Good block there from Webster. And it needed to be as well. That's the first chance they've really brought anything forward. But now maybe we can work a bit on the counter, which we haven't really been doing yet. Good interception from Aurea, but they haven't really offered too much. But then again, we haven't offered too much either. Good step in there from Chalobah, but we just need to work this ball forward a little bit better than we have been. This is maybe a good chance here. Lyndon Dykes up against Hugo Lloris. Lyndon Dykes, there we go. There's the breakthrough. That is the chance we needed. That through ball from Ellis Todd is absolutely fantastic. And Lyndon Dykes, yet again, I don't even know how many times. I think it's the 11th time this season gets himself on the score sheet. So that's a fantastic finish there from Lyndon on that right foot, right across the keeper. That first touch to bring it in there. This first touch here is perfect. Just to set it right, set it onto his right foot, and then take the strike into side netting. Lovely stuff. 1-0. Great start to the game. We needed the first goal, and we've got it. It's a good bit of play here from Spurs. Got to step in. Got to be careful, though, not to cause the foul. Please get there. Hammerline and tries. But thankfully, the shot is dragged wide there from, I think that's Chiesa that took the shot. But I think Ramsdale had it covered. But thankfully, we didn't have to find out. Well, there we have it. Half time. 1-0 up to QPR. QPR are 1-0 up, I should say. Very happy with that. A really good start. Honestly, I thought it was a bit of a tricky game going into it, and it's been a very scrappy one. It's been a game of very few chances so far, but we do go in 1-0 up at half-time, which is fantastic, and obviously puts us in a really good position for this second 45 minutes. Now, I don't think I'm going to make changes. I was going to take off Pepe Ars, but I'm going to give him maybe another sort of 10-15 minutes. Obviously, we're going to have to rotate a lot throughout the week because we've got a lot of games coming up very soon, but I think we've got about 5 or 6 before the next one after this. So second half, same again, same 11, and we'll probably look to make changes again around that sort of hour mark. But for now, happy with that. 1-0 up. Just got to try and see this through, keep the lead. A second would be fantastic, but just limiting their chances, which exactly like we did in the first half, are exactly what we need to do. And maybe actually here we could start off with a very good chance of our own here. Bright side Samuel, can we find Pepe Ars in the spot? We can't. We tried to play it to Ellis Todd, but it was a good clearance. Regardless, still got plenty of time to play. Let's try and keep this up. They've worked the ball out wide here with Bergevin. Got to be careful. Got to make sure we see this out or stop them really working this centrally into the middle. And that's the man we want to avoid the ball getting to, is Harry Kane. Got to stop him getting to that ball. That's 63 goals, mate. It's not going to happen. You were expecting a hat-trick here today, and you are blooming well not going to get it. But Bergevin clean through. Ramsdale with a fantastic save. That is the save we needed there. Aaron Ramsdale, for I don't know how many times this season he saved us, but he's done it yet a blooming again. But we're going to bring on Harvey Elliott here. Going to move Bright off into the middle and play him at cam. Harvey Elliott's going to play left mid / left wing, which is actually kind of where he's playing for this. And Agu's going to come on for Chalobah. Keep the rest of the team the same for now. Again, Lamb probably will make his way on at some point, but for now, stick with it. Ain't broke, so we're not going to fix it. Happy with what we've got going. Again, those are just changes just for stamina, just to get some fresh fresh legs into the middle of the pitch there. But Agu and Harvey Elliott, both players coming on. Let's see this corner out. Hopefully, we don't have to make those changes. Obviously, you can see that would be a terrible place to be in. First header one, second header one. We got it away. Oh, we've given it away in a really bad spot here. Good shot and another good save from Aaron Ramsdale. Honestly, he has been a very, very vital player for us going through this career mode, going through this series. He has proven time and time again to be one hell of a signing. Amos on the ball, going to play it inside to Lyndon. Lyndon up against Koulibaly. Lyndon up against Lloris, and Lyndon with a brace. Exactly what we needed. As I said, a second goal really would put us in a very good position, and it's done exactly that. Lovely through ball from Luke Amos, and Lyndon Dykes on his left foot this time with that 5-star weak foot makes it 2-0, gets his 12th goal in the league. Things you love to see. And I have made that last change. Fisher making his way off and Lamb coming on at right back. So hopefully, again, just fresh legs. Obviously, we need to get Lamb that game time to make sure he's completing that objective for us. But, mate, really proud of the boys. 2-0 against top of the table, and we have looked very good for it as well. Not long left, and they have got a free kick here, Spurs, near the edge of the box. They've taken off Bergevin, and they've brought on, I'm not actually sure who that is. It will tell me in a second in the top left, but they've brought on Diaby. Okay, I'm assuming that's the Diaby, the Frenchman who's previously in the Bundesliga. Leverkusen, I think, is where he's at in real life. We've got to defend this free kick. Let's stop worrying about Diaby and which Diaby it is. Let's make sure we stop this attack here. Kane working his way forward. Little ball roll. Lamb, the young Lamb steps in. Oh, he may have stopped Harry Kane, but he hasn't stopped Diaby, who's just come onto the pitch to make it 2-1. Good step in from Lam initially, but it just dropped to Diaby, who was in acres of space. It was poor, really. I've let Kane get past with that ball roll there. That's where I made the mistake. But Lam, good step in, but didn't give Ramsdale much of a chance when that ball dropped loose. Only 5 minutes to go. I won't lie to you. We are going to be very, very careful with this ball. We're just probably going to play a little bit of possession. I'm not just going to stay, like, sit at the back, but I'm going to just play with a little bit of possession, take our time, maybe try and get one last attack before this game finishes, but we'll just be very sensible with the ball. We'll see this out. Obviously, I'll let you guys stick with me here, so we've only got a couple of minutes left on the clock, but just going to be very careful in possession. Lam. Todd is going to play it back to Lam. Inside there to Agu. Let's just be nice and conscious with possession, and then I lose it. But it's not long left. 3 minutes added on, though. A little bit more than I expected to see. Probably would have been even more cautious with possession if I thought it was going to be 3 minutes. I was expecting maybe 1, possibly 2, but we're going into the third now. Spurs on the ball, on the halfway line. I was going to say force them backwards, and that's a good spot there. Referee, that was a plenty of time there for you to have called that. They're not going to have done. Thankfully, absolutely well and truly wasted there from the Spurs player. It's booted long. Harvey Elliott wins it, and that is full time. 2-1. Made it a little bit difficult for ourselves right at the end. A little bit squeaky bum time, but we did see it through. I have to say, I think that was a fair result. We were dominant, I think, in that game. Relatively sort of even-ish, but we were the better side. I have to put it that way. So I'm very happy with that. Huge result to win against top of the table. Massive result for us. Okay, they had more shots than us. I actually didn't expect that to be the fact. We had way less possession. I've clearly lied to you. I thought we had more. Regardless, we got the 3 points. That's what matters, right? Well, that fantastic win keeps us in 5th place. Teams around us also winning, also picking up points. But, obviously, it does close the gap down just a little bit. But it's still 6 points that Spurs are clear. They've only lost 2 games this season. They are absolutely flying high. 15 wins and 0 draws. That really is quite impressive. So all we can do is keep trying to keep up with the pack around us. Honestly, top 5 right now would still be the overall goal, the overall aim. So let's keep aiming for that. Our next game is up against Chelsea, so it is a West London derby. Going to be a tricky one. We are away from home, so I'm just going to get the team nice and rested, get everyone ready, and there might be a couple of little rotation options just to keep people happy, but for now, let's just get into it. Looking forward to it. Also want to say right here, we have had our Europa League round of 32 draw done, so let's have a little look and see who it is we're paired up against. QPR been pulled out there. We are up against... Okay, we're not on the first page. We are going to be on the second page. We're against Olympique Marseille. Okay, we could have had a better turning, team to come up against, sorry, but we could have also done a lot worse. So we'll take that. Marseille, not the end of the world. Okay, up against Chelsea, the team is ready. Carter Vickers has made his way in, as has Ludwig Elyounoussi. He's actually going to start on the left for us. Again, somebody who doesn't often get to play, but because he hasn't played for like the last couple of games, his stamina's back up, so we can play Elyounoussi. So Ellis, Todd on the right-hand side, Bright on the bench, Pepe Arce and Lyndon Dykes up top. Let's go for it. West London derby. Mate, blue and white, not just blue, it's blue and white. As much as West London will be blue and white, the team winning today hopefully will be a team in red, and that is obviously QPR as we take on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Going to be a tricky game. Again, 6th place. If we drop anything today, if we lose to Chelsea, they will overtake us. They are literally 1 point behind us. So this is a really good position to actually guarantee being a few points ahead of 6th place. It'll be a very good outlook for us. And honestly, it's something we've really got to push for in this game. Obviously, a very good squad. Kante leading them as captain today, but got to do our best. Cognoise, West London derby, a lot at stake here. Oh, really nice play there. Werner clean through. Is he going to get the shot away? Not quite. Carter Vickers is just going to jockey with him. Good tackle there twice from Carter Vickers. However, it didn't give me one of the players. 3 players standing looking at the ball. I don't think so, EA. I don't think so. All 3 of them just stood. Like, look, as soon as this ball is won here from Carter Vickers, all 3 of them just stand there. It doesn't change me to one of the players who would actually get the ball. We go 1-0 down. Timo Werner finds the back of the net. Ramsdale left with basically nothing he could do. Gets close to it. But, mate, how on earth do they not give me one of those defenders who are looking at the ball? You know, Dickey. I think it was Hammerleinen and maybe Amos. Oh, ridiculous way to go 1-0 down. But we are 1-0 down. Chalobah to Lyndon Dykes here. Can look out wide and find Ellis Todd. Can we get a speedy reply? Ellis Todd going to take this on himself. Oh, good save there from Mendy, hits straight at him, but it kind of needed to be cross goal, which is what I tried to do with Todd, but it was a good save. We are going to whip this in there, going to aim at Linden. Mendy's going to sort of come towards it, but Linden going to climb highest and going to get that goal. Going to go straight to his away fans. Yeah, I know where the away fans are at Stamford Bridge, don't you doubt it. There we go, love to see it. Go on, boys, straight back in it. That is what we needed. Bit of a rough way to go 1-0 down, but a headed goal from a corner, you don't get many of them in FIFA, or at least I don't. But Lyndon Dykes climbing highest. Kante facing the wrong way anyway. Over Mendy, but not over the bar. Let's go. 1-1, straight back in it. Instant reply. Well done, boys. Chelsea bringing this forward. Kennedy on the ball. Got to step in there. Another ball roll like the Harry Kane one, but a very good save there from Ramsdale. Again, like in the game against Spurs. Really good stuff there to keep it at 1-1. Ramsdale yet again stepping up and doing just what he needs to do. But can we stop this corner? There we go. Good defence. Got to keep it out though. Amos inside to Pepe Ars. Pepe Ars going to set away Elinusu. I think is just onside. He is. That's a very good cross. Oh, the header there from, I think that's Rudiger. I'm not too sure, but mate, it was on target, whoever it was. Oh, it's a good run here from Werner. He's run through our entire defence. Thankfully, Hammerleinen had come across there. Don't know why Hammerleinen is quite that central, but thankfully he was there to stop it. And we do go in at the break 1-1. A very, again, kind of like the Spurs one, a bit of a scrappy half. Bit of a weird one. Chelsea definitely the better team, but it was a really tough start for us. I mean, that goal just, I think it's daft that it's happened, but it happened. But we did manage to fight back and get ourselves back into it, which is obviously quite important. So happy with that at least. But what we're going to do is we're going to take off Pepe Ars here and we're going to bring on Ilias Chair at cam. Just some fresh legs, also some quicker legs. There have been one or two occasions where Pepe Ars has been potentially through, but just not quite quick enough to get there ahead of a defender or ahead of the keeper. But Ilias just a little bit quicker, and who knows, maybe that could be the attributing factor to us getting maybe our noses in front here, which is what we're going to do in the second half. More of the same, but maybe just a little bit more clinical and just offer a little bit more in the final third. But we've got 45 minutes to find out what we'll get from this game. Let's go for it, boys. Oh, this is a good start. Elianusi. Ball into the box here. Oh, good defensive header there from the centre-back. But Elianusi's going to keep it. Oh, what a fake shot. That wasn't one. Ball through here. Kennedy is through. Ludwig is nowhere near him. Carter-Vickers needs to keep his man there. Good stuff from Dickey. We needed to make sure that Carter-Vickers had Timo Werner marked, because if that ball had made its way into the middle, we could have been in trouble. Just like here, Chilwell has lost his man, Ellis Todd. And Ellis Todd going to run through. Can we find a pass? I don't think we're going to. Ellis Todd with the heel-to-heel, plays it inside. There just were no options on. Ellis Todd with a fantastic run. Linden couldn't quite break in behind the defence. And Ilias Chair arrived, but a little bit late to the scene. And we weren't quite able to make the most of that counter-attack. Okay, about half an hour left on the clock, and we have gone with a bit of a change of formation. As you can see, I tried to play it to Linden when he was offside. But we've gone with two up top, so Luke Amos is actually going to go off, and Obafemi is going to come on. So obviously, Dykes and Obafemi up top, Ilias at cam, Chalobah at CDM, and obviously the wingers still playing out wide. But 4-on-2 wide, just to see, again, a second man up top. Let's see if we can maybe just really put this pressure on against the defence, because I think having that extra man in the box will help us on these counter-attacks. We've had two occasions where we've been on that attack, but there just hasn't been anyone to pass into the box, and hopefully having a second striker up there will maybe make that difference. Good tackle there from Carter-Vickers, and it is actually a goal kick. Well done, mate. Werner brings this forward, plays it out here to Hudson-Odoi. Fresh legs on the pitch here, plays it inside. What a block, what a save that is from Ramsdale yet again. How many times has this man saved us? But we haven't quite got the job done yet. Carter-Vickers here, going to push out to Kante. Kante's going to play it inside. Hudson-Odoi finds the back of the net. It is going to be 2-1. Oh, man, I am a little bit gutted there. I am actually a little bit gutted, not just because it's Chelsea, not just because it's a fresh man on the pitch, but because we've conceded. Simple as that. I thought we'd done enough to maybe bring that ball away, but just as we make our change to be a bit more attacking, we do go ahead and concede. It's a real shame there. Oh, not much that can be done about it. It just dropped to Hudson in a good place, and it's going to be 2-1. Werner's just been taken off. I think that's Tammy who's made his way on, but now all the work to do just to salvage a point. Oh, played inside there, played up, played backwards. Ziyech on the ball. Got to be careful with Carter-Vickers. Steps in, doesn't get it. Drops to Callum Hudson-Odoi again. Hits it just wide. 3-1, and that would have been curtains. We have made our last change. I tried to make this change a while ago, but it just hasn't left the pitch. But Elianusi's gone off. Bright side, someone coming on at cam. Ilias Chair moves to left mid. Not long left in this game, but I just thought a pacey cam, somebody in behind 2 strikers with a bit of pace would be really helpful, but we've lost the ball in a very early spot there, and that is really not what we needed to do. We needed to keep that ball. We needed to make an attack with that bit of play there. Thankfully, they are offside. There's Zapacosta making his way off for, I don't really care who, because I don't care about who they've got on the pitch. I care about who we've got on the pitch, and we've bottled it again. Not good enough from us, I have to say. Just not good enough. It really has been a lackluster showing, especially in this second half where we've really offered next to nothing. I actually don't really think we have a highlight to show, particularly, especially of an effort or a shot on goal. We have not offered a single thing, but if we are going to get anything from this, we have to win it. We haven't there. What a save from Ramsdale. Oh my goodness gracious me. Ramsdale has kept us in with half a chance of anything from this game, but ball's going to make its way in there. We're going to get it clear, and surely the ref will blow his whistle. Unless, of course, they do that. Oh, Tammy made his way on. Makes it 3-1. I'm not watching another celebration. Him running all the way to Lampard. Oh, dearie me. Oh, it's not even Tammy. It's Alexander Isaac. I swear that's Tammy's shirt number. They must have sold Tammy, unless I'm being an idiot. But regardless, 3-1. That's going to be full time. There it is. Oh, really bad loss to take that. A really, really bad loss to take that. Not good at all. 3-1 ends up being the score. Ah, just not good enough. We gave it a good go, but we just fell short in the end, sadly. Well, that does see us drop to 6th. As I said, we did need to win that game against Chelsea to kind of stay above them. Or at least, you know, not lose to them. But because we got the loss, sadly, obviously we do fall below them. But again, it kind of is what it is. We're sat there now in 6th place. Next game up against Watford. I'll see you at that one. Okay, up against bottom of the table in Watford. Ramsdale, Hammerline and Webster, Dickey, Fisher in the defence. Amos and Chalobah at CDM. Bright on the left. Todd on the right. Pepe at Cam and Lyndon Dykes up top. Hopefully, more of the same. Hopefully, we just wake up a little bit in this one. Again, bottom of the table. If we play like we did against Spurs, then I think we'll come away with a win. Play against the way we did against Chelsea, it's going to be a tough one for us, but I think we should beat Watford. Bottom of the table, we've got to pick up 3 points here. Back at the Kyan Prince Foundation Stadium, and again, hopefully, we pick up 3 points today. A rainy day in West London, but we just got to, again, keep our heads screwed on and do what we got to do. Do what we expect to do. 6th against 20th, you'd expect 6th to win. I hope this isn't a David versus Goliath. I hope this is more a QPR versus Watford in this career mode. That's a terrible analogy. Anyway, let's get into it. Bright on the ball. He's going to play it backwards here and find Hammerliner, but he's going to make a run on himself here. Bright, going to pick it up, plays it into Lyndon. Pepe Arce with that finesse. Pepe Arce with a lovely goal. That's a really nice bit of build up there between Bright, Lyndon and Pepe. And Pepe Arce yet again getting himself on the score sheet. Yet again making it count. And again, a very good season from Pepe. He really has been very impressive this season. Lovely bit of play there, I have to say, between those 3 players. And that finesse opened himself up, found that bottom corner. And that is a really good start. 5 minutes in, 10 goals in the league Pepe's had this season. Mate, what a player this guy's turning out to be. He's not even 70 rated yet, excluding his form. And he is scoring 10 goals in the Prem. Holy man, what a baller. Pepe Arce on the ball again here. Going to turn, going to find Lyndon Dykes. And this could be one hell of a start for us. And it is. Not even 10 minutes on the clock. And we have got ourselves 2 goals into the lead. Pepe Arce getting an assist for Lyndon. Reverse of what happened in the first goal. And mate, we have just already really asserted our dominance here. We really have put on a very impressive display from the blooming get-go. Lyndon Dykes scoring on that weak foot. Lovely stuff. 2-0. What a start, boys. What a start. Chalobah going to turn up here and find Lyndon Dykes. Oh, if Bright had just made that run a little bit sooner, but we are going to play it to him eventually. Finesse from the edge of the box. Good block from the defender, though. Bright says Sam going to turn here and find Pepe Arce in the middle. Lyndon Dykes got the beating here of Cathcart for pace, surely. He's just going to lump this at that far post. I put far too much on it, and it went wide. But we have been incredibly dominant this first half. They have barely been out their box. Got the ball on the edge of the box here. First chance really getting it forward, and it has been blocked there by Webster. And it is going to go out for a corner. Obviously, got to defend this. Got to make sure we don't slip up in a really silly set piece here. Oh, it's won there by the Watford player, but it was cleared by Dickey. Watford with another attempt at a cross in. Good headed clearance there from Rob Dickey. Defensive line's got to work its way out of the box. Got to stop sitting quite so deep. Good initial block there. I've given it away with Chalobah. That's my fault. I run at the player. Got Got to stop this attack. Oh, interesting bit of play. What a save. Aaron Ramsdale. Aaron Ramsdale with an incredible save. I think it's been given as an offside. That's really weird that they've given the offside for Isaac there, seeing as the ball didn't go to Isaac there. That's a weird one. But what a save from Aaron Ramsdale. Yet again, incredible display. He really has been insanely good this season. And just in this career mode in general, he's been mental. I'm not going to lie, I kicked the ball off the pitch there, ref, thinking you blow the blooming whistle, mate. Hello? You could. It's plus 1 minute, and we're now into the third. Ref, are you good, mate? Blow your whistle. Thank you. Jesus, I thought that was just going to be it. I just booted it up the line just thinking, oh, it's gone off the pitch. Sweet, half time, because it's well after it. Never mind. Regardless, we go in 2-0 up. We've been incredibly dominant, I have to be honest with you. And, mate, we're just looking really good for it. We are looking incredibly good. What I'm actually going to do is we're going to sim this second half. If it looks like, if it goes to 2-1, then I'll jump back in. But this will allow us to get, through to that fourth game as well, because obviously you've been filming for about an hour already now. So just going to jump to sim in this game. Probably make a couple of changes as we're going through. But we've been so dominant. I'm very confident in the boys. Just more of the same, lads. Just more of the same. So I'll stick with this. Obviously, we'll watch the game as it plays through. We are at the white circles, and obviously Watford are the yellow squares. But yeah, incredibly dominant first half. We really did put everything on them, and they just had nothing to offer back. So I'm optimistic that the second half we will probably get a third in the simulated stuff very quickly. Now I will just make the changes that I would like to make. We're going to take Ellis Todd off for Harvey Elliott. We're also going to bring on Obafemi for Lyndon Dykes just to rest him a little bit, and Hammerlinen will come off for Lamb. Those are our 3 changes. I did want to bring on Ozzy Kaka at some point, but I think I'm going to start him in the next game, just keeping rotation, just keeping the players nice and fighting fit, just to make sure that obviously we don't get any silly injuries. We don't have, too many worries in regards to fitness and stuff as well. And we've got plenty of players capable of playing at this level that do really well for us when we play the matches. But here's a really nice bit of play here. Can we work it inside Linden? It's just wide of the net. It was saved in the end, actually. I thought it was actually on target, and I thought it was hitting the side netting for that shot eventually when it nestled sort of into the net, but it was nestling into the side of the net, sadly. But again, working the ball forward here, not quite getting through. I have to say, Pepe Arce, as you can see, getting plenty of involvement. Obviously, number 16 on the pitch there for you guys. But he's getting plenty involved, which is great to see. Working it forward here. Basic has found himself with a goal. Okay, if I need to jump in to end this game, I will do. If it looks a little bit worrying, we're going to jump in. That's how I'm going to run this. But 2-1. That's really the first thing they've done all game. And it happens to be when I'm not playing. It happens to be during the simulation. Okay. Stress, but we're okay. Just sensible, boys. Just see this one out. Just play it sensibly. Lovely ball out wide there. Can Bright make his way inside? He's going to probably have to play it backwards. Plays it in there to Pepe Arce. Gets it back. Plays it in. Oh, okay. Didn't quite win it. Didn't quite win it. Not long left. I'm literally, my finger is on the square button, ready to press it just in case. Good win there, boys. Lovely stuff. Go on, keep that ball alive. Just keep it in their half. If it's in their half, that's it. Just keep it in their half. Lovely. Obafemi. Look out wide. Plays it inside instead. Back to Obafemi. Can he get the shot away? Go on, Obafemi, mate. Oh, he took too long. Far too long. Can anyone do anything? Bright. Take the shot, mate. Somebody shoot. Shot far too late. Surely that's it. There it is. There we go. Full time. We made it difficult for ourselves in the end with the goal. Kind of like the Spurs game, but we win it. We come away with the 3 points. Important result, but one you would expect. It would have been better for us. We would have had the clean sheet, I think, if we played it, because we were very dominant. But regardless, very, very good. 3 important points. Again, we keep up with the chasing pack here, or the rest of the pack, I have to say. So, keeping up with Chelsea. Obviously, we're now 2 points behind them instead of being a point ahead. But that's not the end of the world. Spurs still relentlessly winning, as are the teams above us. But we just got to keep doing what we're doing. Our next game is against Newcastle down in 14th. They're having a bit of a stinker time. But just before we get into it, and this will be the final game of the episode, I did actually get told by the board there is an objective that I'm not completing. I've got to complete it. And that is sign a veteran player. And what I've decided is that is going to be our second keeper. that we pick up will be a veteran player. And I'm looking at Schmeichel, I think is probably the player we're going to look to pick up. You can see I've got a lot of older keepers here, but we can pick up Schmeichel for about sort of 4 or 5 million. He can be our cup keeper or a rotation keeper, because I don't want to drop who we already have in Ramsdale when he's been so good for us. But my thought process is Schmeichel. It did say he is a veteran player, so that will help us out a lot, and that should complete the objective. If I show you guys very quickly, if I just go down to him, like for example, if I go to goalkeepers, like it just says retiring at the end of the season, or you know, expiring or whatever. Casillas, a player for the history books, which means, you know, an older player. But for example, Hennessy, when it says retiring, or you know, Henderson transfer listed, Tim Krul, it just says when his contract's up. But when I look at Schmeichel, it says a great veteran, so I'm going to try and sign him, as surely that makes him a veteran player. So he'll be here for a season. I'm not buying him with the intention of, oh, what a bargain, but it just keeps the board happy. And again, I'm aiming to please the board. I'm aiming to complete the objective, so that is what we're going to do. But I'm going to get the team ready, and obviously we'll play the Newcastle game, which will be the last game of the episode. Okay, a bit of rotation needed for the Newcastle game, as we have quite a few tired legs, but I'll go through the changes that we have gone with here. So Kakai is going to be our captain today, in for Rob Dickey. Lamb at left back getting a start today, which doesn't happen too often. Agu partnering Amos. Harvey Elliott on the left, and Ilias Chair at cam. Otherwise, same old, same old. Let's get into it, boys. Again, we need to keep picking up these points. A very important game today. Mid-table team, but the teams around us keep picking up points. We've got to keep up with them. Back-to-back home games, things you love to see. Personally, things I absolutely love to see as a you know, somebody who's got a season ticket and goes to home games. I love back-to-back games. I get to go more often, so fantastic stuff for me. But regardless, here we go into a very important game. This really could be a crucial game for us to keeping up this form. Obviously, the next episode, we've got a tough game against Man United, which will not be an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. But got to keep up with it today, got to stay awake, got to stay alert, and hopefully come away with 3 very important points. Come on, you us. Harvey Elliott going to bring this ball inside now. Going to have to turn and then plays it into Ilias Chair. Ilias going to try and take it round his man. It's done so pretty well. Plays the low-driven strike. There it is. Ilias Chair doesn't get many starts, especially in the Premier League. But boy, has he made like the most of it today in the start of this game straight away. Much like against Watford, we've turned up with a nice early goal, finding the back of the net, finding that bottom right-hand corner. And that is exactly how we want to start these kind of games. Lovely stuff, Ilias. 1-0. Brilliant. Honestly, absolutely chuffed for him. Only his second goal in the league, and one of his first starts this season at least. Fantastic stuff, mate. We've worked the ball outside here. Lamb, well and truly out of position. Thankfully, Webster there to help him out. But Lamb, again, isn't quite going to get there. Ramsdale, good stuff, mate. Good save yet again. Aaron Bloomin' Ramsdale. Got to be up there with one of the best signings we've made in this career mode. He really has been crucial. Agu going to play this over the top here to Ellis Todd, who's going to win that off the defender, who has a bit of a dodgy first touch there, but he's going to sweat it across there. Lyndon Dykes, there it is. Simple stuff, simple sweat across to our main man, Lyndon, with his 15th goal of the season. And mate, I have to say, it's been a fantastic start. Much like against Watford, we started quickly, we started on the counter. Both teams as well, interesting to think about, have played 5 at the back, and in the past, we've struggled against it. For some reason today, we are doing the absolute opposite, but Lyndon Dykes on the spot, on the score sheet yet again. 15 goals in the season, 20 minutes in, and we're 2-0 up, boys. We're looking blooming good. Really good ball over the top here. Lamb, yet again, a little bit out of position. I think Lamb is just going to need a little bit of training in that positional, defensive positioning, and a little bit to pace, because he does get himself ever so slightly out of position on a couple of occasions, and it does lead to the odd worrying occasion. But Amos here going to find Harvey Elliott out wide. Harvey Elliott takes it past the first man. Elliott's going to whip it in there. Dinked up. Lyndon Dykes heads it down. Nods it into that bottom corner. We go 3 goals up in this first half. I have to say, we've been dominant. I said this in the Watford game. I'm saying it again. We've been dominant. It's been fantastic. I think we're going to do what we did in the Newcastle game, in the Watford game, in this game as well. Sim that second half, see it through, play it out, let it happen, and if we need to jump in, we will. But it just helps us a little bit with getting through these games, and obviously not making these episodes, you know, stupidly long for you. Obviously, I've been filming for like an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm just trying to keep them a little bit editable for you, but also so we're nice and, you know, cracking through this. But 3-0 up, fantastic stuff. Well, there it is, half time. We do go in at the break 3-0 up. Very happy. Again, the boys playing out their skin, playing fantastic. And you know what? We look blooming good for it. Very good news for us, by the way, is at the moment, United held 0-0 against Leicester. And obviously, we have Burnley beating Chelsea, which is great news for us. I think it's 1-1. Yeah, Wolves, Man City's 1-1, and Liverpool still 2-0 up. And Arsenal dropping points as well. They're just behind us. So, not looking too bad for us right now. This is actually looking pretty gosh darn decent in regards to where things are sat. We are going to take off Amos for Dunball. Just again, rotation, fresh legs. And again, it means that Amos will be fighting fit, hopefully, for the United game, which is only a couple of days away and will be at the start of the next episode. We're going to jump to Sim. We're going to let this play out, obviously, unless I need to jump in. Again, like the last one, we are the white circles and Newcastle are the black squares. And again, hopefully, we can just do well here. Hopefully, we just keep a clean sheet. It would be nice. But I hope we don't all of a sudden get like dominated by Newcastle and the players just play the game that we were doing in the first half. Obviously, a few lower rated cards. Obviously, Ozzy Kakai, Albie Lamb, both guys sort of quite low rated against the opposition that they are. And obviously, Dunball low rated as well because of his form. But mate, ignore all of that. Lyndon Dykes gets a hat-trick. 4-0 up. Feeling good. Playing well. Lovely stuff from the boys. I have to say, very darn impressed. And what we're going to do, because he's done that, we'll bring Obafemi on. Get him on there because, again, it's all just helpful stuff. Really happy with it. And we'll take off Ellis Todd. Bring on Elyounoussi. Again, might as well rest him. Have as many of our starting players ready for the league game against United as possible. It gives us the best position that we can. Good stuff there from Lamb, I have to say. Obviously, stepping forward, letting that ball go out. Good stuff there, mate, because that could have been problematic if he tried to keep it on. There was no one ready to pass it to. But, yep, 4-0. Feeling great. I hope for Ramsdale's sake we managed to keep the clean sheet because... obviously, in the last one, we played well enough to get the clean sheet. Up until, obviously, we simulated it and they got that one chance and scored it. Their first chance of the game in that situation and on that occasion. But, again, I'm just optimistic that the boys will, obviously, I think we'll see this one through. But a clean sheet would be a nice added bonus. But here we go, on the counter there. Lovely stuff. Harvey Elliott, can he do anything with it? Going to have to turn round. Finds Dom, who turns inside. Finds Ilias. And, again, it goes off for a throw. Okay, cool. They've brought on St. Maximin. Again... just like in real life, why did that man not play like 90 minutes of every single game this season? I don't see why he would not start, especially when you're up against like 6th in the table and you're sort of down sort of mid-table. Why would they not play him? He just is a baller. He just is an absolute beast of a player. So it just surprises me that he doesn't get 90 minutes week in, week out, obviously barring the odd situation. But they have played it inside. St. Maximin gets the ball back. But again... Lamb being given a lot to do on that left-hand side, but has done a relatively good job. Obviously out of position a couple of times, but Ilias Chair now going to turn, finds Obafemi, who is just offside there. That's a shame. But again, only a couple of minutes on the clock. I'm confident the boys will see this one out. Played more than good enough to get that clean sheet, and let's hope that we do that for the last, 2 minutes of the game. Apparently a foul there by Ozzy Kakai. Not entirely sure how. I mean, but then again, I'm looking at blobs and squares, so it's a bit of a tricky one to sort of work out what the tackle would have been. But any second now. There we go. Full-time whistle blown. 4-0. Lyndon Dykes with the hat-trick. Ilias Chair getting that quick early goal as well. Mate, well done, boys. What a result. Well done, lads. But that is where we're going to end it. And I have to say, we do end it on Chelsea getting a loss. Burnley doing us the absolute favour, getting a 2-1 win against Chelsea, which is huge for us. Puts us back above them. United, I think, won their game, as did Liverpool, as did City. They will all have the same wins if that's the case. Yep. So they all got wins. And we just, I think we just have to crack on. I think we just have to power on. 6 points behind the pack ahead of us. But it's not the end of the world. Oh, it's 3-2 Burnley in the end. Fair play to them, mate. Well done. But I have to say, we're keeping ourselves in with a fighting chance. And a game against United up next. Obviously, 3 points there puts us on 44 and then only puts us 3 points behind them. So that's going to be a very important first game in the next episode. And as you can see, only 2 days away. So it might be a bit of rotation required. But after that, we do have the January transfer window. My honest plan is that I think we're going to pick up Kasper Schmeichel. So he's going to set us back about 4 to 5 million. So let's say 5 million worst case scenario. And it's going to be about 40, 50 grand in our wages as well, which is a real shame. But helps us complete that objective and hopefully gets the board off my back just a little bit. But other than that, we're going to have about 10 mil, about 50 grand in wages. There might be the odd player potentially on their way out, but if there's anyone you think we should maybe pick up, or maybe a free agent or a pre-contract that you guys know of, we are in, I forget what year we're in now, so it's going to be the January of 2023. If there's anyone that you think is reasonably realistic to pick up on a free agent or pre-contract, then please do let me know. I will have a look at people. But that is going to be where we end today's episode. If you've enjoyed this, and again, it is a slightly longer episode, hopefully you guys are okay with that. Obviously, I've explained why we're doing that, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then please do leave a like. Obviously supports me, the video, the channel, and the series out a whole bunch. If you're new to the channel, a sub means a lot, goes a long way. Obviously, turn notifications on to be told anytime that we upload a video, or indeed go live at the live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash those hands, guys.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, we'll say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.